Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the Game Room. I'm Sean, and we are back from Gen Con. Gen Con 2023 was a total blast. 4 days in Indy. Was a great time. 70,000+ people, I think they said this year. So Gen Con's getting really big and expensive. But we found a lot of cool stuff. Some things that we were expecting, some things we didn't expect. One game that we ran across, if you saw our Gen Con Hall photos, not Hall, H-A-U-L, Hall photos, which we've been doing for countless years. Seems like everybody does them now. Bushido was one that we just happened to run across. Now, I have heard of Bushido in the past. I thought it looked kind of cool. In fact, earlier this year, I saw some of the models. I was like, hey, this looks like it might be kind of fun. But we were wrapped up with Invaded and getting other things done. So I never really had a chance to look into it. But at Gen Con, we walked by the booth, which was very cool. They had lots of stuff. And we had a chance to take a quick demo, see how the game worked, and get to know a little bit of the factions. And needless to say, we probably went a little nuts. But Bushido is an oriental fantasy tabletop miniatures battle game. You only need a handful of models. The demo, we played with 3 models each. I think in a full 100 rice game, 100 point game, you may have 5, 6. You can go bigger if you want. But you really don't need a ton of models, which is really cool. I like that in a skirmish game because it keeps it fast, keeps it small. You don't have to paint armies, because if you watch my painting videos, I try to paint fast, and if I never bought another model and just painted what I have, I would live to be 1,000 years old. So Bushido is it's based off of activations. I activate a model, you activate a model. It's back and forth. It's very cool. The models are fantastic, but we did go a little nuts between those of us there. So what did we bring home? We got dice sets. We picked up the Shiho clan. We picked up the Edo clan. We picked up the Minimoto. I bought the entire box. This had all of the models in the range, which was really kind of cool. We picked up the Temple of Rokan. Is that one? And this is the Shadow Wind clan. These are the ninjas. These are really cool. Again, this box has, like, I think all but 2 of the models in it. But everybody needs to start with a 2-player starter box. Now, their rules and all of their cards for the game are available free online. But went ahead and got the 2-player starter box. So for today, we're going to go ahead and open this box up and see what's in it. And my son picked up a few of the individual models for the Edo clan. Also, this big snake is kind of cool. And you can see in the back, they have their pictures of them, the artwork for the model, and their stat cards. But again, all those are available online on their website, which is kind of cool. GCT Studios is the website. So let's get this thing cracked open. Alright, so in our 2-player starter box, there's the back of the box. We're going to get 10 models. This is a fantasy-based game. They were kind of telling me that some people are like, well, I'm a real ninja in real life, and, ninjas can't do this and this. And the guy's response was, well, can ninjas shoot fireballs too? So it's a fantasy game, guys. Just because they're humans doesn't mean it's real. And I question whether or not you're a real ninja. Anyway, let's open up the 2-player starter box. And here we go. Bubble wrap, cool. Keep things safe. Alright, we got bases for our models. There's one big base, and it looks like 9 of the smaller round bases, standard bases. Nothing exciting there. Our cards for all the models in the starter box. Our event cards, enhancements, and then the actual player cards themselves. These cards are double-sided, and in the starter box and the faction starters, they have this blue text down here. They just tell me they did that for, it's really for beginners, just to help you understand what your abilities are on the front. But in the, like, if you get the theme boxes or the larger faction boxes, they don't show that anymore. They don't have that, so probably because the bigger models may not have the room on the cards, but they said it's only really in the beginner boxes. So you get a lot of cards. You get token sheets. Now these token sheets, they were selling for like, I don't know, like $10 separate, so it's cool that you get them in the box. Not all the same. You can tell by the different types of tokens, but lots of the same tokens because you'll need it. Enough for 2 players, full armies, from as I understand it. Full rule book. It is 96-page rule book, a little bit overview, but mostly gets right into the rules. There's lots of pictures, examples. Rules aren't too terrible. Just it's a different style of game, so it may take a little bit of playing through it. What do I mean by that? So anytime you're going to do something, you have a challenge test, and that challenge test is you're looking for a target number. So say I'm going to shoot an arrow at your model and you're 10 inches away, and say my range is medium for that. Say my range is 6, 12, 18, for short, medium, long. That makes my challenge number a 5 based off of my medium range. It's 5 for everybody. If then there's some other modifiers. If the target is tiny, if the target is medium. So say you're a you're in cover. My target number is now at a +2, so that makes it a 7. I'm then going to roll my dice. Generally, based off of the stat, it's like 3 dice. And the highest number is your start number. And then all other dice, unless they're ones are completely taken out. But each other die roll adds 1 to it. So say I need a target of 7, I roll a 6, a 4, and a 3. It's a 6, +1 for the 4, +1 for the 3. I've hit you with an 8. I beat the challenge number by 1. And so then, so the challenge number, and let's see where it is here in the book. They have the success levels, basically what it is. I beat it by 1. They have a bigger chart. I just don't know where it's in the book yet. Here we go. Success level is 1. Now I just roll 2d6 to see how bad the damage is. So you could do no damage, depending on how bad you roll, or you might do 4 damage. And then there's other modifiers for, like, pierce or strength and things like that, which may change or lower that damage number or make it better. But it's a neat concept. It is a neat mechanic, and it just takes a little getting used to. But you can see it's a full color book, and this is available online for free, guys. So you can download the whole thing. It's not just part of it. We downloaded it and we're looking at it yesterday, and it's the same full rule book, even with the little fluff in the back, which a lot of the online's cut out. They just give you the basics. Back of the book has your charts. This, I will say, I did not see a downloadable version of these to where you can just print them out, so these will definitely just get printed off of the PDF, just so you'll have them, because this is what you're going to refer to a lot, and flipping back and forth in the book, that's not a whole lot of fun. But nice little rule book. This is a half-page size, and then a how to play on their YouTube. We started watching some of these, and if you want to scan that QR code, you can. But it's very easy. You can go to their website, or you can just go to YouTube and look up, Bushido miniatures game, how to play. And these don't teach you everything, but what's neat is they go through the basic rules, show you some examples, and then tell you what page they're looking at. So you can watch the video again and flip back and forth and go, oh, that's on page 26, that's on page 27, which is really kind of cool. All right, now let's look at the models. Yay, popcorn, yay. Now, we have already opened up some of those other boxes that I showed you. Some of those are metal, some are in resin. So it just kind of depends. Like this 2-player starter box, these guys are all resin. And I opened up the Miyamoto clan, and the majority of them, there were 24 miniatures in this box. It was $150, I think. It's like a $220 value. We're brand new to the game, and if you guys know me, I don't do anything small. So it's like, all right, bears, I like it. They go in, they hit hard, they take damage, and I got a bear. He's kind of cool. He was one of the models in there. He's actually resin, but the majority of them were metal. And the metal is actually, you know, there wasn't a lot to put together. Most of them were one-piece metal, which is kind of cool. I like that. Others were maybe 2 pieces. Like, you know, you had to attach an arm or a weapon or something like that. And, you know, so it wasn't a whole lot. Not like some metal models where it's like, you know, 6 different parts and they're all really, really tiny. But just to take a look at some of these models. Like this one, I think the sword broke off. So that should have a sword like right there. But it's resin, so it'll be easy enough to glue it back on. But look at the detail, guys. I mean, this is impressive. These are very, very cool. And her, I mean, she comes in 2 pieces, but wow, that's going to be fun to paint. That fire coming around her, or whatever that is. That's just really cool. Let's take a look at a couple others. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you get an idea. This is a Ryokin, I think. He comes in 2 parts. They'll slip together, but look at the head. That's just beautiful models. Very oriental. The oriental style that they've used is really, really cool. Koga. Really nice models. I said I wasn't going to show them all, but you know, we're halfway there. Let's go ahead and keep looking at them. Look at that. The detail on these models is just insane. If you're using speed paints or contrast, these should paint up really well and really fast. That's how I will paint them, because I'm into speed and trying to get things done fast. But like the metal ones, this would be it. And if you do get a bent one like this, if you've seen one of my other videos where I show you hot water trick, 99% of the time will straighten that out. Heat up some hot water. Don't burn your fingers. Don't boil it, but get it really hot. Drop this in there and it will magically go back to its own shape. Take it out with something that's not your finger so you don't burn them. Run it under cold water instantly and it'll like put it back to its normal shape and you're good to go. But very, very gorgeous models. All right, what the hell? Let's look at the last ones. Wow, that's just very cool. Those are his hands, so it's going to be like something like that when it's all done. It's like that's just cool. Very, very awesome. This guy's got a big backpack on. And then Daihanji. I'm probably butchering that. Model is super gorgeous. Okay, so that's Bushido. That's the 2-player box set. That's everything you get. I want to say the box set was $90 if I remember correctly. For these models, gorgeous models, and all the cards, everything you need to play the game for 2 players to get started at 70 rice, I think is what it is, 70 points basically. Not a bad value at all. The faction starters, they had them at Gen Con. I don't know if this is the normal price, but they were about $45. And then the themed factions were $75, I believe. And those were 100 points, but they were different models. So they didn't take the basic and just add a couple of models to it. It was the basic and the theme, and you got different models. And so now you've got, you know, more than 100 points. You got like 170 points that you can mix and match and figure out how you want to do it. Plus, they have individual models on their website, or in they had them there at the booth that you could go through and pick out. You know, if you want extras, like we did for the Edo clan. Or just go all in like I did and just get them all in one box. So, anyway, that's Bushido. And if you've played Bushido or you play Bushido, let me know what you think. We're just getting into it. We just started learning it literally last night. Today is Wednesday. Gen Con ended Sunday 3 days ago. This is the first time we've had a chance to film. But the boys started breaking their stuff open last night and downloaded the rules off the website, and we were reading through it and learning how to play. So since I hadn't opened this 2-player starter set, so now they'll be very happy that we have an actual book. Let me know what you think. Which clan do you play? How does the clan play? Because we're still trying to figure it out, and we're trying to learn the strategies behind them. We're just trying to, you know, as we stumble through the rules, as they say. But don't hesitate. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. It really helps the channel, and it really helps me know what kind of stuff you guys want. You can find us on Facebook at Texas Gamer Geeks, and the Game Room, Texas Gamer Geeks. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.